everyone, you're welcome to the Total Education Show.
School is not just about academic subjects alone. School is also about co-curricular activities. School is engagement with fun. School is a lot more than just the cognitive side of things.
Development of a child is 360, and that's why we have tagged this program Total Education Show.
Stream is here to raise kids that will identify the problems, come together as a group, inquire why this problem happened, and they see a way to correct the error.
We normally say that we have 4 baskets of rights. So four baskets
of rights.
Of children.
Oh, awesome.
As provided for by the Child Rights Law.
Sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Thank you. Hello friends, hello everyone at home. My name is Wumi Tolualalade, your anchor on the Total Education Show. Yes, Total Education Show. The show is put together and packaged by the Lagos State Ministry of Education for your co-curricular aspect of education. So you have a total and a valued education system even in your homes. Yes. Now, what areas we will be looking at? We're going to be looking at STEM issues, and we'll be looking at, yes, child protection issues. Everything that has to do with child protection and advocacy of your children, even as they are home. Now, do you want to give me feedback? Yes, I want to hear from you. You can send in your feedbacks to me on this WhatsApp number 081-26601-889. Yes, WhatsApp messages only on 081-26601-889. Yes, I'm waiting and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Thank you. Welcome to today's show. Today we have on the stream episode of the Total Education Show, Nisi Madu. She's the practice lead of the education practice of Co-Creation Hub, Lagos. She's going to be discussing with us all the work they do as regards the educational aspects of Co-Creation Hub. Co-Creation Hub happens to be one of the partners of the Lagos State Ministry of Education. They make it happen, as in bringing this show to you. They support us with content, the STEM Cafe content, and as well the recordings and the allocations that we've been doing. Thank you so much for
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, the CEO is Mr. Bosun Tijani.
That's correct.
He's been so supportive of most of our programs, and we are still going to work together more with the Lagos State Ministry of Education. So it's an innovation center, and if you remember some years ago when the founder of
Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, that was in 2016.
Nigeria. Yes, in 2016 precisely.
Yes.
That was where he came to Yaba, Sabo Yaba, Lagos. And we are right here and want to know what they do, because they have a lot that they've been doing in the area of STEAM and STEM in Africa,
Absolutely.
not only in Nigeria. And they do some work with students as well.
Yes.
And entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs.
That's correct. Startups, supporting startups. We do some work as well in governance, in public health, in digital security across different sectors in Africa.
In Africa. When we say CC Hub, and we talk about CC Hub, what comes to mind is that a place where people learn how to do coding, how to do programming, or where they do IT, basically IT stuff.
Yeah.
But I know that there are some aspects of the education practice, so we want you to kind of shed more light and let us know what you do.
It's an innovation center, and at the core of our work is innovation for a better society. And we do this through, in different sectors. And one of these sectors is the education sector. Our education practice, as with all things at CC Hub, is called Relearn. And our focus is on helping students and schools use technology in smart ways to improve learning outcomes, particularly in STEM education. And we do this in 3 ways. The first one is through the curation and creation of interactive and engaging content to facilitate, STEM learning, to make sure that what the students are learning comes alive and is not abstract. And the second one is through the promotion of innovative teaching methods. So we're saying gone are those days where the teacher just tells the students everything they need to know. Now the students, exactly, helping them discover they're at the center of the learning process, and the teacher just acts as a guide. And the third one is empowering teachers to be able to use these innovative teaching resources and the methodology to transform STEM learning in their classroom. So ultimately, our goal is that we're able to raise a new cadre of young people who solve our most pressing problems in Africa.
And that is what we really need now.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
we've got a lot of problems that are domestic to Africa.
Absolutely, as
that
solutions.
You cannot just import anything from over there and think it will work here. You need to
Very
look at
correct.
what you have in your space, right there in your home. What is the problem? What can you do to solve the problem? Now, Nisi, I want you to talk to us about the inquiry-based learning that you just mentioned.
Yes.
I want you to broaden on the aspect of how you work with Lagos State teachers, particularly I know teachers in Education District 4.
That's correct.
How you've been able to bring them up from the startup, how you started it. I remember I was in, I think Lagos City Senior College then.
Yes,
I was teaching
I started.
biology and chemistry.
Yes.
And my students were part of those that went for the first training on how
Yes.
to use simulations, the
To teach
laboratory
sciences, yes.
simulations to teach. And it was such a wonderful thing to see. I want you to go from there and where you are now, right now, as regards that.
Thank you so much. So absolutely, with the promotion of inquiry-based learning and the use of digital labs to teach, there's so many benefits with that. And digital labs are essentially game-like environments that simulate science concepts. It makes it come alive, make sure that it's no longer abstract for the kids. And then the inquiry-based learning helps them to discover, builds together a scaffolding that helps them go from step to step and build problem-solving, creativity, communication and collaboration skills. Now, the good thing about the digital labs is the fact that, the students can, I'll give an example, for instance. You know how we teach them about energy forms and changes, conversion from one form to the other. And they might, exactly, and they might not understand how does this work exactly? How does it go from one form of energy to the other? But when they have a digital lab that shows them, they can see how it goes, from mechanical to electrical, and how, exactly, very clearly, it helps them understand how the hydroelectric power dam at Kainji Dam, how that process happens until the power comes into their houses and they're able to charge their phones, able to watch TV. So all of these things is what makes science exciting for them, and they can leverage it to solve problems. And so using this methodology, we train the teachers, through a community of practice-based approach. So teachers in the various schools in District 4, in the various public schools, they form a community of practice, all the STEM teachers. And then we go there periodically where we share the resources with them. And then we train them on how to use the methodology and transform learnings in their class. And so one other very exciting thing about the way that we do our work is that all of the digital labs that we share with the teachers is aligned to the national curriculum.
Sure.
So it makes it easy for them to integrate it and relate in class. Helps them to achieve the learning objectives that has been set aside by the curriculum, and also helps them to expand the experience and the learning experience and the knowledge for the students in the classroom.
That's beautiful and very exciting.
Thank
having
you.
resources that you can work
Absolutely.
with, because we have some schools that the laboratory probably is not adequate.
Yes.
They have some shortcomings. Even private schools have that.
That's very correct as well.
You can now use the stimulation. You can use the
Yes, so they use
labs that you have
in their computer labs.
Right now, the pandemic has made everybody to be savvy.
Yes, so you have to work, you have to be tech savvy and be able to work virtually.
This is the right time to bring this on. On that note, we want to go on a short break. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Today we're going to be doing another phone science experiment. The name of our experiment is called Color Changing Walking Water Experiment. If you didn't get that, I said Color Changing Walking Water Experiment. And we're going to be exploring STEM concepts around capillary action and colors. Capillary action is the ability of a liquid to flow through tiny spaces without the assistance of external forces like gravity. And in colors, we're going to be exploring primary colors and secondary colors. What we need for this experiment are cups, tape, a marker, popsicle sticks, a ruler, paper towel, food coloring, and water. The first thing we do is get our cups, and then you label your cups from 1 to 5. So now we're going to pour water into these different cups, but we're going to pour water into the odd number cups. The cups labeled with the odd numbers, and our odd numbers 1, 3, and 5. The next thing we want to do is to put in our food coloring. So we're going to put the blue food coloring. You can get a paper towel and place by your side so you can be careful. You can use different colors of food coloring. Carefully, just a little. Carefully stir the 3. Do you know why we are using different popsicle sticks? So that we don't mix the colors together. Good. So we have water in our odd number cups, 1, 3, and 5. Remember, we are doing the color changing walking water experiment. And what we are learning from this is capillary action. When the plant is watered, the water from the soil moves through the process of capillary action. And we're going to see this water walk. So the water is going to walk from one cup to the other, from this cup to the other, from this cup to the other, from this cup to the other. So let's count how many tissue rolls we need. We need 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we need 4 of this. So you have your tissue rolls. You carefully fold them into a tiny long strap. Like this. You do the same for all of them. We're going to bend them into 2 equal parts. Like this. So you pick up 1, bend into 2, and then place 1 leg here and 1 here. And watch. Can you tell me what you see? I can see that the tissue changes color to the color of the water. This is turning red, this is turning yellow, and this is turning blue. And so we're going to leave this over a period of time to see what happens. Time's up. So now, this is what we have. Remember, we left this for about 30 minutes and we can see something. Can you tell me what you can see? Remember, the name of our experiment is color changing walking water experiment. And we said the water is going to walk from the odd number cup to the even number cup, and all of them are going to walk through the tissue one way or the other into the other. Did you notice that we put the water up to half full, and now you can see it's down? They all almost are of equal size because the water walked from one cup to the other. What else can you notice from this experiment? What colors did we use initially? We used blue, yellow, and red. But now we can see 2 extra colors, green and orange. Wow! That means these 2 colors mixed to form this, and these 2 colors mixed to form this. Now, blue, yellow, and red are called primary colors. They are the root of every other color. So when 2 primary colors mix, they form a secondary color. When 2 primary colors mix, they form a secondary color. Now can you tell me, yellow and red form what? Orange. And blue and yellow form what? Green. Good. And remember, the water walked from one cup to the other by what? Capillary action. What example of things in your environment follows the same principle of the color changing walking water experiment? Keep exploring. See you next week. Bye.
So talking talking about utilizing this engaging learning resources and methodology you've talked about in our schools.
Yes.
Will it be complete? It will be complete without the teachers.
Absolutely
and
not.
We have seen that demonstrated in
Yes.
the video we just watched. How are you empowering them to leverage on this transformation STEM platform?
Without the teachers, all of these innovative resources and methodology would not be complete. And that is why we are empowering the teachers, and we've created a support system to empower them to be able to leverage these resources to transform STEM education in their classrooms. Going forward, we'll be working with the Ministry of Education to expand this program beyond just District 4 to all the other districts.
I'm sure the others are like,
yes.
District 4 only. It's coming to you. 1
Absolutely. To all the other education districts. And this is a power-packed program, starting with training teachers using our community of practice approach. So all of the teachers in this district will form STEM cells, where we'll be empowering them periodically on how to use these resources and the methodology to transform learning in their classrooms. We'll be providing them with the resources. We'll be supporting them to pilot it in class. So students, the next time, you're taking physics, you'll be using the resources in your laboratories, in your ICT labs to take your classes, and it's completely going to...
Students in Lagos State and teachers
Yes.
will have their own Android handset.
Oh, amazing. So that's beautiful.
So they can actually do it even at home. They will give them assignments on it. It's going to be fun, everyone.
So that's going to be absolutely exciting, and transforming that learning experience for the students, all of the science students who will be taking these courses. And beyond that, right, it's not just training teachers or the resources in the classroom. We're also adding a range of other activities. So helping these students to explore innovative solutions. What innovative solutions are leveraging STEM concepts to solve problems not only in Lagos State, but across Nigeria and across Africa. So we'll be introducing the teachers and the students to all of this to broaden their mind about the kind of solutions that can be implemented, using resources within their own context and their environment. And then even after that, we'll be helping them explore STEM careers. So, what sort of careers are available for you? Bring these people to talk about it.
Being a doctor,
Absolutely. There are so many of them. And so we'll be bringing these professionals to talk to them, in the schools about these careers that are available. And as well as that, there will also be projects that the students will do. And then based on these projects, based on these projects where they are trying to profile problems, leveraging the STEMs, profile solutions to the problems in the environment, leveraging the STEM concepts that they have learned. And those of them who do absolutely wonderful in their projects will have the opportunity to go on internships in amazing STEM companies in Lagos State. So absolutely. So its power part is exciting, and we look forward to working on this journey with more teachers and students, across Lagos State. Yes.
And we're looking forward to having you in our
Thank you so much.
I've been a beneficiary, and I've been
Yes.
able to, I can say categorically that the program is fun-filled for the teachers, for the students.
Yes.
It opens your eyes to see, the benefits that comes with being learning STEM subjects in the school. And I know that the area arts and reading is also part of it, because the reading part you'll be able to research.
Yes, you research, you build all of these skills.
Exactly.
Yes. And even around arts, in coming together with your solution, in putting your solution together, and in the fact that you have to work together, you have to collaborate, you have to present these solutions, and how the thought process, it helps them build communication skills as well. All of these things are 21st century skills that our students need to build to ensure that they can, solve our most pressing problems and even compete on the global stage with other students across the world.
Fantastic. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And so we're looking forward to all this, and that will be ending this episode on that wonderful note.
Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for watching. I'm sure you're eager and excited. Yes, I heard the feedback that awesome. And please keep it coming. We want to hear from you. I'm sure the students can't wait to get back to school. According to the Honorable Commissioner, we're going to have a learning ecosystem where you have 3 or 4 many aspects: the online, the offline, blended learning. So we'll be prepping you, and we want you to know that it's going to be fun, it's going to be interesting, it's going to be activity packed, and we have support of various organizations, and just like the CCO, that will make it more fun. The Lagos State Ministry of Education is all about partnership, the public-private partnership now, and on some of the episodes we talked about it, and you now have the opportunity to have that in all your schools, not in
Yes.
some schools, in all your schools. On this note, we'll say thank you for watching this episode of the Total Education Show. Nisti Madu, we're very grateful.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
having me. It's a
coming
pleasure
in.
to be here.
Thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll see more of you on our show.
Hello, welcome to the class. In today's class, I'm going to be teaching you how to make your own personal shield. Let me quickly put my own on before we start. Let me quickly do that. Okay. Yes, I hope it is balanced. Yeah. So I'm going to be taking you through all the steps to create this by yourself. And I'm very sure that you will enjoy this class. I have a special assignment for you at the end of this class. Make sure you take your time, you watch this video, and then you watch this video again and again. I'm very sure that you will enjoy this class. So let's talk about all the materials we need to create our personal face shield. So the first material is our cardboard. Just get your cardboard. This is my own cardboard, and there are different types of cardboard out there. You can make use of your cardboard. You can even make use of any thick paper, maybe the back of your book and more. They can be used for this. So the next one, you will need a pair of scissors. Just get the scissors, especially the one that can accommodate the whole of your finger. And another one you need is your stapler. With your stapler, you don't need any gum except you want to do some design. With your stapler, you can also get something done around this. So the next one I'm going to be needing is this spiral band, transparent spiral band. So this is a spiral band, the front cover of our spiral band. The first thing I'm going to do is to work on my spiral band cover. Okay, so I'm going to fold this into two. Remember, don't press this side down, don't press it down, just leave it. Okay, let me bring it down so that I'll be able to see it. Yep. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to cut this side to be curved. Going to cut it to be curved. So look at how I cut this now. Because I fold it into two, it is going to be like this at the end of the day. So this is what I'm going to be using. Let me place this down. So the next thing I'm going to be working on now is my paper, the one I'm going to use as the holder and more. Make sure your paper is long enough to cover the whole of your head. So I'm going to cut this in form of curve. Maybe I'm going to teach you how to do cutting soon. Curve. I'm making it big curve, small curve, big curve, small curve, big curve, small curve, big curve. So this is what I cut out, like cloud. So I cut this out one. Let me cut another one again so that it will be thick enough. So let me use this time orange. So my orange again, I'm going to cut the same thing, but this time is going to be smaller. Please use scissors for this. Don't use cutter, because cutter may be dangerous in terms of safety. So make sure you also have an adult around you also while doing this cutting, so that they can guide you. I have this as my, so I'm going to place them on each other, then I will staple them. Staple one, staple two, staple three, staple the last one. Then after my stapling now, the next thing I'm going to do is to place my spiral band at the front of it. After placing it at the front of it, then I staple one again, two, I think three is okay. Then after this, I will make it in form of circle Then with this now, I'll just staple it to staple it down. So this is how I produce my own face shield. So I'd like you to give this a try and send me your own picture of how you produce this.
On that note, thank you everyone. We want to say bye for now on this episode, and I remain your anchor, Wunmi Tolualalade. See you next time. Bye for now.